Alrighty folks, so I'm back. I tried making this video and apparently it didn't take for some reason, we're going to restart it. Today I'm going to be making chicken confit. Some of you folks probably have heard of duck confit and some of you folks have no idea what a confit is, and that's fine. Confit is basically a method of preservation of meat, much like canning, only without the mason jars and water bath. What you're doing is you're going to cure the meat with salt, herbs, spices, aromatics. Then you're going to poach it in its own fat. So in the case of duck confit, you would put the duck pieces in a container, covered in rendered duck fat, and you're going to put them in an oven and let them poach at about 200 to 210 degrees for 8 to 10 hours roughly, depending on how long it takes to get that meat cooked through to the bone and softened. And basically what you're doing is you're creating a bacteria and oxygen-free environment that you're encasing that meat in fat so air can't get to it, so you avoid rancidity. Allows for long-term storage without refrigeration. You just need to keep it in a cool, dry place. I used to do this dish years ago at a place called Pasticceria Bruno in Staten Island, where I had the fortune and pleasure of working with a Michelin 3-star chef by the name of Rick Lockinen. Rick was a genius when it comes to food, and like they say, genius borders on insanity, and Rick was one of the craziest son of a bitches I've ever worked with. I loved every minute of it. The guy was just great. I had so much fun and learned so much in the process. So I'm gonna turn this around real quick. And so I had whole chickens, I broke them down, I saved the backs and the wings. I'm gonna make that into stock. This, I split them into quarters, so you got your leg and your thigh and your breasts. The breasts were very large, so I cut them in half. The cure, or the seasonings, onion and garlic sliced up. I've got some whole black peppercorns, some rosemary from the garden. We're gonna need a generous amount of salt. I like adding juniper berries to them. You can add sage, tarragon, thyme, any aromatic that you feel would go well with the dish. We're going to turn this around again. I will mention this is going to be a 3-day process. You're going to cure the meat in this seasoning anywhere from 12 to 72 hours. Then you're going to poach it for about 8 to 10 hours, and then you need to let it cool. So this is going to be a 3-day process. I'm going to get this set up to mix everything and get the cure going. Give me 1 minute and I'll be right back.